Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about nutrition and aging. Here I have paired pictures of people who have lived over 100 years old. This fellow here is a picture of him at 70, 102, this man at 30 and 105, this woman here at 23 years old and 101 years. I find these pictures really interesting to look at. All of these folks must have followed some very good nutrition to have reached such a great age. One of the interesting things to know about the United States population is that there is an increasing number of people who are aging. Following the Second World War, there was a boom in the number of babies born, and those people now have just started to reach retirement age and are getting older each year. And so there's a large increase in the number of elderly in the United States. Promoting good nutrition in aging is important to promote health and to slow down the process of aging. Growing old happens every day, and good nutrition can also happen every day. It's important to know that the fastest growing age group in the United States is this 85 years plus age group. Now, many factors influence your life expectancy, but nutrition is one of the factors that you can optimize to age slowly and to promote good health into old age. There are healthy eating habits as we age. They are similar to the healthy eating habits for all people. We can start out by eating well-balanced meals, engaging in physical activity, not smoking, not using alcohol in excess, maintaining a healthy body weight, sleeping regularly and adequately, keeping life low in stress, and having a very strong connection to a community of family and friends. These are all healthy aging habits. Now, as we age, certain things happen. Here is a diagram showing muscles and aging. Here on the left, we have a younger person's muscle. Here, the dark section is the muscle fibers, and surrounding it are fat. With aging, the muscle fibers size decreases. There is more fatty tissue around the bone here in the center. And this is called sarcopenia. Sarcopenia can be slowed with good nutrition. Sufficient protein is particularly important, and regular activity, regular physical activity, can delay sarcopenia. There are many benefits from physical activity alongside of good nutrition. There are benefits from aerobic activities, endurance activities, strength training and resistance training, as well as yoga type functional fitness activities. In fact, activity is one of the most powerful predictors of mobility in later years and recovery from illness. Walking pace is, in fact, one of the most accurate predictors of life expectancy. So keep walking and keep walking fast. As you get older, your gastrointestinal tract ages. The cells in the GI tract age. They lose strength, they lose elasticity, and they lose the ability to absorb some of the macro and micronutrients in your diet. For this reason, it's very important to pay attention to your diet as you get older and as motility of your gastrointestinal tract slows down. In particular, pay attention to micronutrients such as iron, calcium, magnesium, and vitamin D. Regarding immunity and aging, as you age, your immune system loses function. It's important to activate the immune system with regular vaccinations. This can help prevent disease and keep your immune system fully functional. The immune system can also become compromised with aging by nutrient deficiencies. So it's important to always cover all of your micronutrients in your diet and you can improve your immune system function through regular physical activity and a diet rich in fruits and vegetables to provide the micronutrients you need. Another aspect of aging is dementia and neurodegeneration, which can affect just over 15% of adults over the age of 70. These brain changes have both genetic and environmental causes. These are characterized by loss of neurons and decreased blood supply to the brain. Nutrient deficiencies can also be a factor in memory loss and loss of cognition. So you can slow this process by following good practices with good nutrition, including fruits, vegetables, nuts, fish in your diet. Here's a picture of a healthy brain and a diseased Alzheimer's brain. You can see the drastic loss of material, neuronal material in the Alzheimer's brain, and you'll also see that there's a decrease in the number of neural connections. Unfortunately, Alzheimer's disease is growing in frequency in the United States. The number of people in millions is growing, particularly those in this 85-year-old plus age group. So here are some specific nutrient concerns from aging. One of them that's underappreciated is water intake. Mild dehydration is common in the elderly, and it can be a common cause of confusion. So it's important to make sure you are well hydrated, or the elderly people you know are well hydrated. Energy needs decrease as muscle mass decreases. However, providing sufficient energy to support their activity levels as you age is important. Fiber intake is important to help with gastrointestinal tract mobility. Protein intake is particularly important. There may be some slight increased needs for protein in the diet as we age to support the muscles that are aging. Vitamin B12 deficiency can cause neurological damages, and supplements may be needed, particularly in people who are vegetarian and may lack vitamin B12 in their diet. Vitamin D often is inadequate in the diets of elderly people. It's important that they get sufficient sunlight exposure and vitamin D as well as calcium and magnesium to support bone growth and bone strength. Again, calcium is important, as it can be taken in milk products or fortified products as we age. Stomach acid is required for the absorption of iron. This can be inadequate in many elderly people, so monitoring iron levels for anemia is important as we age. And there are many medications that can interfere with both iron and zinc uptake, so care should be taken to get sufficient iron and zinc in our diet, and to make sure that there are medications in the elderly are not inhibiting those uptakes. Unfortunately, malnutrition is common in the elderly. Nearly 1 in 6 are malnourished over the age of 65 years. Many of these people are consuming an inadequate diet, and they're consuming less calories than they need, up to 1,000 kilocalories per day less than they need to support their activity levels. Malnutrition evaluations should be taken early. It's important to consider a patient's living situation, their functional status, including their mobility. Can they get to the nutrition that they need? Many elderly people suffer great psychological and mental distress, depression, some decline in memory or cognition. Some of this can be due to loss of loved ones, loss of friends. It's important that dietary assessments are performed, but these are seldom done. In fact, doctors often overlook this in elderly patients. Medical and surgical histories, particularly gastrointestinal surgeries, can cause significant nutrient problems, nutrient deficiencies in elderly patients, as can medications. So it's always important to consider nutrition or malnutrition as a cause for a decline in an elderly patient. There are food assistance programs. The OAA nutrition program provides group meals, as does Meals on Wheels. They can be found at this website. Unfortunately, 35 to 65% of hospitalized geriatric patients suffer from some form of malnutrition. This is an ongoing tragedy and something to be aware of in the elderly folks that you know. Make their doctors aware that nutrition could be an issue, and please look into it carefully. Thanks so much. I hope you enjoyed this brief look at nutrition and aging. Talk to you again soon. This is the references and disclaimer page. The reference textbook that most of these videos follow is Understanding Nutrition by the authors Rolfs and Whitney. I use the 15th edition by Cengage Publishing. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's called Nutrition, Fast and Fun. There's lots of great videos that you'll find there. And finally, there's a medical disclaimer. You should read the medical disclaimer to make sure you fully understand your rights and responsibilities. Thank you and have a great day.